What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones card game, 2nd edition tournament video from Canadian Nationals 2017, brought to you by these awesome backers from patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table, who help support the channel and bring these videos to you guys. Kevin, Lannister Banner of the Kraken, against Brett, Night's Watch Banner of the Lion. We got Kevin on the right, Brett on the left. We know Kevin. Kevin's friend of the channel, helps me on the spoiler videos. You guys know Kevin Austin. See him posting articles in the Facebook group. He is on the right. And we're rooting for him. And Brett has traveled to Canadian Nationals all the way from, I believe, South Dakota. I'm pretty sure. Could be North Dakota. Brett, if you watch this, correct me in the comments below. I'm sorry. But yeah, he won the prize after the Swiss for a furthest traveling attendee. And got some cool prize. I forget what it was. But for setup, we have a Burn Men. Looks like an underground vault already. The Frost Fangs, I want to say, I think is the one that gives the +1 gold and +1 reserve. But I could be wrong. And I believe the Shadow Tower is the middle location. And we go right into a Valor. And Tywin is dead. Just like that. And they'll draw 3 cards off Time of Plenty across the board there, played by Kevin Lannister player, who's got a Rose Road only left in play. So that was interesting. Definitely this Night's Watch Lions going heavy reset, or just wanted to smash his opponent's Tywin. Didn't want to play with him on the board. And wants to see him in the dead pile. This Night's Watch line deck, very interesting. I'm very interested to see how this one works. Is it one of those ones where he steals stuff from your discard pile and tries that jam with Yoren and that event? I'm not sure all the cards 100%. I've played against it in casual nights, but not too familiar with it. But we got a Turning Grounds played out there to help reduce the costs of events. 4 gold save, no characters played on the Night's Watch side. Over to Kevin on the Lancer side for his marshalling. Has 7 gold to work with. Well, sorry, it's the God's Eye. The God's Eye is that location out there, 3 cost, unique. The God's Eye cannot be discarded from play. It gives +1 gold and +1 reserve. And it's not the Shadow Tower, that location either. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to try to find out what it is. Oh, it's Queen's Crown. Okay. I've played against this one before. You guys have seen it on the stream. Back at the Hard Home event in Ohio, I had to play against this. And he kneels Queen's Crown to reveal the top 3 cards of an opponent's deck. Choose up to 1 of those revealed cards and place it in that player's discard pile. As long as the character. It's got to be a character. And then place the other cards on the bottom of the deck in any order. So we're going to see this happen multiple times. So he's going to put the Burn Men in the discard pile. It's not the greatest. Like, you got to be careful with that Queen's Crown. You're not seeding people's discards with cheap characters. With Flea Bottom being in the meta now, but I'm sure Brett knows this, and he picked the Burn Men. Not really too worried about that. Well, it's 1 less character that Kevin's going to draw into. And it's also, sorry, he's got to seed the discard pile to steal the characters anyway. So never mind on that. He wants them in there so we can take them out. What am I talking about Flea Bottom business for?
Correct, you're in. Should be 8, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. How about you? Oh, we drew 3. Yes, perfect. We're now 8. You got it. I have 8.
So we see Tyrion in Kevin's hand right now. Now, Kevin has played this Night's Watch line deck in the past. I'm sure it didn't have all the same tools, but I've seen him bring it to Casual Night, and he's played around with it. So he knows what he's trying to do, I'm sure. And now he's got to play around it and not fall into its traps, hopefully. And we get a King's Road pop to reduce the next character by 3 here. That was Kevin's limited of choice this round. And we get Sir Illan Payne put into play. Second video in a row we've seen him hit the board. Great call, like I said in the last video, for the flea bottom meta with the little cheap guys running around. And we see Iron Minds put out there to save a character from dying. And it looks like 1 gold saved on the Lannister side. And he's passed over to Brett, the Night's Watch player, for his challenges. This is round 3 at Canadian Nationals 2017. We have a couple videos coming up for each round. So round 1 and 2 are in the books. They're on the channel, Rob's Gaming Table, on YouTube in a playlist. You can scroll down on the main page there, and you should see them below, along with a live stream for the Swiss and a live stream for the Cut. Those are there if you want to go watch those. And tons more coming up from each round. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Slap that like button on these Thrones videos to help other people find them. And we see a Burn Men put into play here with 2 gold. So bringing in the ambush from the Laney banner here. Of course, playing that Burn Men in challenges to avoid Illan Payne from chopping his head off. And it looks like no defenders on an intrigue challenge here with Sir Illan Payne. And now we have a power challenge coming in with the Iron Islands Fishmonger here. Going unopposed, but nothing to claim. And now dominance goes to Brett, the Night's Watch player, having that Burn Men standing and 2 gold save. And now we see Mutiny at Craster's Creep.
Well, that's your cost. Oh,
and Kevin joking around, giving him the option of who he wants to target with the discard. So he has to sack the Burn Men, and then he sacks Illan Payne. Seeding those discard piles. That seems to be the theme now in the meta.
Well, you just said action, and I figured it was this one.
So, kids, if you're afraid of these mutinies at Craster's Keep, which we've been seeing played here in the last couple videos, yeah, run that Hand's Judgment. Might be a good call right now. I had to play this mutiny business the evening before this tournament. Played 3 different players from my local Black Knight Games in Hamilton, Ontario meta there on Casual Night, which was Thursday, the night before this Swiss rounds on Friday. Played 3 players with that Mutiny at Craster's Keep in their decks. So I got the education on that card real quick. Still didn't choose to run Hand's Judgment the next day, though. I just felt it didn't hit that hard. I like the card, but I don't know. I see it being annoying. But yeah, I wasn't too afraid of it. But if you are, and it could cripple your game plan, you should run Hand's Judgment. So we see him using his Wheels Within Wheels here. And he's going to grab another Mutiny at Craster's Keep, I think. And he chucks the Night Gathers in the discard pile. He revealed 2, chose 1 to put to hand. And he's going to shuffle the rest back of the top 10 cards. And on the other side, we have an Alt Art trading with a Vitoshi. Going to give 3 gold to the Night's Watch player. Another Econ plot here played by Kevin, looking to recover his board here. But I'm smelling a Varus. Is it possible? I play Wheels Within Wheels, but I do not remember what the hell the gold cost is on it because I play it in my Scheme deck. Or have played it in my Scheme deck. I don't know if it'll stay. It's nice to have, but didn't perform the greatest for me. So it looks like the Nice Watch player Brett's going first here. He's collected his gold. He's going to play a Rose Road for his limited. So he definitely has enough money to play his Varus. So it's 4 gold, I believe, on Wheels and Wheels. He had an extra there from the God's Eye.
How many cards in hand? 8.
And he got 3 extra from trading with the Matoshi.
30 grounds.
The only problem is he's going first.
I believe I get the lot.
Playing the Dornishman's wife.
So you have more power, more characters, and more cards in the front hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So Kevin is up on power cards.
Alright, so
And
2 gold.
characters is the other one, I think. Dornishman's wife. So card, a gold, and something else. Draw, I don't know. Let's look up what that one does. I've seen it played, but it's very rare. It's definitely a get back in the game kind of card. Dornishman's wife. It's a song. So we may see it come into play here in the future with more songs coming out and synergy with song events. 1 costs. Choose an opponent. If that player has a higher power total than you, gain 2 gold. If that player has more cards in his hand than you, gain 1 power. If that player controls more characters than you, draw a card. So we hit it all there, and now we see the Queen's Crown go off here. Sees the character. Does he want to put that Lannister Merchant in the discard pile? And he does.
And we'll keep this one at the bottom.
And he puts the bank, whatever, has its due, whatever the heck that card's called, on the bottom. Treachery on top. So now 1 treachery you see at the bottom of the deck.
That on Garcia's wife. Did I? You did. Okay. Then I'll throw that one out. Yeah, you're rich enough. You want the
We'll take for the intimidate.
Take the Lannister. If I keep it just facing me, just so we don't get our black sleeves mixed up.
So he steals the Lannister Merchant using that 2-cost event from Night's Watch that he's able to put back in his hand. Let's see. Let's find it here. Guarding the Realm. Marshalling action. Choose a character with printed cost 3 or lower in your opponent's discard pile and put it into play under your control. And he does it again. 2 more gold. And the Burn Men are now on the other side of the board. And it has a reaction on it. After you win a challenge as the defending player, pay 1 gold to return Guarding the Realm from your discard pile to your hand. Are we going to see him do that at all this game? I don't know if he cares to. And he pays straight up for the Hound. 3 gold. And he has 4 gold remaining, so he could play the Hound back out. He's also got Flea Bottom out there now. So that gold can be used for Flea Bottom to put a character back in. That's why Kevin's going to look through his opponent's discard pile right now to see what is possible from the Flea Bottom. So 11 gold, it sounds like, to work with on the Lannister side. Let's see what he marshals. Well, the problem here with the Night's Watch player having 4 gold means that it's last of the Giants as possible to throw a Varus in. But Kevin's going to play the King's Road here. Is he going to use it? Is he going to spend all that money and flood the board and have it discarded away? Does he have a Hand's Judgment in hand? Saving 2 gold for it. He obviously didn't want to use it on the Guarding the Realms there. Oh, we see the Mountain in hand. We know Tyrion's in there. Will we see either of them come into play? Could see Cleganebowl happen here. The Hound versus the Mountain. And it is. Of course, Kevin lines them up right across the board, facing down each other. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see Cleganebowl happen here. Grab your popcorn. It's going to get ugly. And Tyrion. Oh, man. Any dupes, bodyguards, anything? Come on. It's got to play something to prevent them from being Varys. Maybe he's got that hand judgment. He's got Tyrion, so he can generate more gold. Oh, milk on the Hound. So the Mountain's cheating in the battle. Has the milk the Hound, so he's got the advantage. Kevin's telling Brett to bring it on here. Let's see what happens. He's gonna walk into that military challenge. See the Hound go off here or not? Can't have the Hound go back to hand and playing back out since he's milked.
Pillage on defense. Does that work? Yeah. The only one that's not on defense is Intimidate.
Power challenge around these folks.
And we have a big military challenge coming here with the Burn Men. Strength 2. Does the Mountain want to jump in front of it? He will. And he wins. Pillage is the third copy of Guardian of the Realm, seeding it in the discard pile. And he has enough gold. If he wins the challenge on defense, he can pay 3 and get them all back, I think. And we got a little power challenge coming in with the Lannister Merchant, 1 strength. And the the Iron Islands Fishmonger will defend on the other side, but 1 gets claimed. Now 3-2 for the Night's Watch player.
That's all. Down to you.
And no intrigue. Kanzi passes over to the Lannister player for his challenges.
It's getting annoying quite fast.
Kevin's going to come in on the intrigue, stealthing with Tyrion. Stealthing the Hound, getting 2 gold from Tyrion's ability. Are we going to see the flea bottom happen here? It doesn't look like it. He didn't want to flea bottom anyone in for his own intrigue, so he's not going to flea bottom anyone in for the defense.
That helps.
And he discards an event there, 0 cost Night's Watch event. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, you can have dominance. Oh, I wish I had a dominance action. Wouldn't that be sweet?
And no dominance action there. You just heard Brett say he wished he had a Last of the Giants, but I'm sure he meant the one that just got chucked there. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Excuse me, sorry.
I figured. Gotta take it.
Was it just Mutiny at Crasser's Keep? I think it was. Dominance action, yep. Choose a character, higher cost, business, discard the other character. Yeah. So Kevin got the juicy pull there and prevented the Lannister Merchant that was stolen by Brett to just be sacrificed to get rid of the Mountain or Tyrion. Oh no, it has to be highest printed cost. So he would have had to sack. Yeah, he would have had to sack the Hound.
My chances now?
Which wouldn't be too bad. You want to sack the Hound, knocks that Milk of the Poppy off and gets in your discard pile, get him out with Flea Bottom, then put him back to hand. So Kevin did a good job at milking the Hound to prevent that. And also getting the Mutiny out of hand, which was good. So we have Famine versus Counting Coppers here. So the Lannister player looking to draw cards. And the Night's Watch player looking to make sure they stay in hand. Thinking the characters cost 1 more on the Lannister side right now.
Sorry, I meant as flea bottom target. Yeah, it's been added. Yep. Nothing significo. You're getting 5.
This one is either you deal anyways. Yep. So this was wasted. I could have just maybe. let's say you don't, you oppose by
And it sounds like Kevin won initiative. He's chosen Brett, the Night's Watch player, to go first, as indicated by the seal the hand pin down there in the bottom.
Okay. The reaction on this guy? Oh, he's the best though, right? He's the best though. Not doing much more than being a best though guy. Yes.
And we have the underground vault now to get a gold. His opponent only has 3 gold with the gold bonus pump from the Rose Road, so it's not 5 or more to give the underground vault to 2.
If I had dukes, my chamber.
So you turning grounds Nelt here to reduce the cost of the next event.
Each player chooses after its location.
Queen's Crown triggered here. Let's see what he gets. Milk of the Poppy, newly made Lord and a Treachery.
That should be 3 or less, right?
What do you choose?
Or no? Oh, yeah, 3 or less, yeah. What do you mean 3 or less? Top 3 cards? Oh, top 3 cards. That's what I said. Any character. Okay, so you're on it. So let's go ahead.
So, of course, the newly made Lord's going to the discard pile as a character.
If I had Duke, the chamber would have been different, but
So, Milk of the Poppy on the bottom is the choice.
So I also have a reaction when he gets brought to discard.
And after the character hits the discard pile, spends 2 from Treachery to play. Now my watch begins. Reaction after character with print cost 5 or lower is placed in the opponent's discard pile. Put that character into control under your play. Just like that. There's even more discard stealing crap in Night's Watch than I thought. Holy. Queen's Crown definitely fuels that for sure. This is very interesting. I'm sorry I'm not commentating these decks that well and knowing these Night's Watch cards. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know I'm not familiar with all these Night's Watch cards, and as new ones come out, I try to pay attention. I try to see what they do. But then they start bringing out old cards that I don't expect to see, and these synergies start happening. And but it's really cool. I love seeing these different decks and watching what they do. It's very interesting. But 2 claims showing on the Night's Watch side right now. Can he get enough on the board to make that 2 claim matter? And can he prevent his opponent from playing anything to stop that 2 claim? So we got another underground vault played. Of course, Nelt right away to get gold back. And he's going to save 3 gold over to Kevin, the Lannister player, for his marshalling. And of course, Kevin looking through his opponent's discard pile to see what's possible with Flea Bottom. Only 3 gold to work with, and the Iron Islands Fishmonger. He's already seen 2 King's Roads. So the fact that Kevin's playing King's Roads, I think, signifies that he might have Political Disaster hiding in his deck. Maybe. Or maybe he was fearing that it would be played a lot on the day, so was trying to avoid that. I'm a fan of King's Roads, that's for sure. I do miss those cards, and I think about putting them back in. But I just fear the Euron Crow's Eyes. But if you're playing Political Disaster, they make sense. We'll see if he has it. I'm surprised he hasn't played it already. And now he plays a Great Hall. Still in a good position if he does play Political Disaster, though. I mean, worst case, he gets rid of what? A Rose Road, Iron Mines? I don't know. But his opponent will get hit pretty hard.
the Rose Road.
And we get a Bodyguard put on Tyrion. So Bodyguard, now an Iron Mines. Kevin's in a good spot for a Valor, I guess. But not much to kill on the other side that's that important. But killing the Hound would be good for sure to prevent him from bouncing back in from Flea Bottom if he's in the dead pile. You may see him marched out of play to prevent that at some point. If he doesn't get killed off the mountains, crazy jackpot machine random trigger there. Off the pillage. So looks like 1 gold saved on the Lannister side, 3 gold saved on the Night's Watch side. Over to the Night's Watch player Brett for his challenges. He's going to start off with a Flea Bottom trigger. Are we going to see a Treachery? I think 2 Treacheries are already on the bottom of the deck-ish. I don't think he shuffled or anything, so they're both sitting down there.
That's definitely 3 cards net. 3 cards. Thank you.
And he does have a 3rd Treachery. There it is. Treachery is played.
So Tywin is
So no flea bottom trigger. Of course, you don't want an extra character out there when that 2 claims sitting there. No Intrigue Icons facing you. And you know he might have been trying to pull an Intrigue Icon into play. If he even has one in the discard pile, I'm not even sure. But maybe he's just trying to get a 2-claim military through and maybe need an extra character.
That's one way of doing it.
And he pays 2 for a Gold Cloaks. Classic Lanny card I used to play back in the core set days. At the end of the challenge phase, going to the discard pile, which is always great. But I believe they are 4 gold, so they can't come back in from Flea Bottom anyway.
We'll have no defenders.
But just more ambush brought in from the Banner of the Line in this deck, which is pretty interesting.
Claim.
And 2 claim coming through here on this military challenge.
I got it.
So the Iron Mines and the Bodyguard are now gone.
Oh, you're gonna win, Tom.
Power.
And now a power challenge with the Landsport Merchant. So yeah, no point in defending that big military since it was more than the mountain could defend. And that's going to be it for Brett, it looks like.
Yeah, looks like.
Brought Kevin down to 1 power sitting on the mountain, no power on his house card. And Brett has shot up to 7 power now. 2 cards left in hand. Intrigue here with Tyrion, getting 2 gold, stealthing the newly made Lord. Going to take a card out of the hand of Brett here, take him down to 1 card left. And it's another copy of the Hound. And the Mountain coming in on 10 strength military.
Claim.
And we got an unopposed claim of 1. It's the Gold Cloaks for claim. And we get the pillage. It's another Gold Cloaks for 4. And he'll kill the newly made Lord, going back to his own dead pile. And the Mountain takes Renown. Lannister's at 4 power to 7 on the Night's Watch side. And Dominance puts the Lannister player up to 5.
Okie dokie. So we stand some dudes.
So we've already seen Valor burnt on the Night's Watch side. So Kevin, as long as he doesn't play his own, he should be good with the characters on board. But he lost his saves that would put him in a good spot if he Valored his opponent right now, only having 1 card in hand. I feel Political Disaster, if it exists in this Lannister deck, would come out right now. It would definitely slim down the economy options on the other side of the board, or the tricks. And only 1 card in hand makes it hard for playing what he has in his top deck there, but we'll
Not
see.
very eventful.
We will see.
Only Randall?
Like I said, not eventful.
It's all about discard pile management in this matchup here. Seems with the tricks the Night's Watch player has to pull guys out of the discard pile on his opponent's side and Flea Bottom on his other side. Kevin's all on checking the discard piles or making sure they know what's in them, so what's possible. Maybe Brett's sitting on a, I think it's Night Gathers is the other one that can play guys out of the discard pile based on reserve. Yeah, choose an opponent whose reserve value is lower than yours until the end of phase. You may marshal characters from that player's discard pile as if they were in your hand. Maybe he's got that in his deck. So we see March into Political Disaster, so I was right on that one. And March, he's looking to throw the Hound in the discard pile, that's for sure.
Moi? Yep. Sure.
But he's already in there, but he needs to get him out of play with that milk on him, I think.
4, 5.
So it looks like the God's Eye stays in play, it's fine. So he's got to keep 2 others. Kevin's good for the Political Disaster. So looks like Political Disaster's going first here. Brett's deciding on these Underground Vaults or not. Probably checking what's in his hand, see if he needs that gold to play. Based on the 4 gold he has plus the God's Eye. So he does discard down to a Underground Vault and Flea Bottom.
The God's Eye can't be discarded from play.
And Kevin reminding us the God's Eye cannot be discarded from play. Thanks, Kevin. I knew that. I looked it up. I knew it was immune to something, but it's a good thing we looked it up. And the Hound will get the march, so the milk will go to the discard pile on the Lannister side. And, of course, the Iron Islands Fishmonger is marched on the other side. Putting another character into the discard pile that Brett can steal. So 5 gold and a Great Hall to work with on the Lannister side. Him going first.
You now have 3 in your old net.
So the Night's Watch player has 6 reserve right now, I believe, and only 4 reserve on the Lannister side. So he could play the Night Gathers.
Not gonna lie, that's a big number. Taking off. Participation prize too, Jeff. No, and also fortunes are coming in.
And we hear Kyle Duncan approaching the table there from our meta, who after losing a couple games in the first couple rounds says he's leaving. But we all tried to convince him to stay, and I believe he did. At least till the end of the 6 rounds, because they were giving out participation prizes throughout the tournament. That's the only way to get your, I believe, 3 copies of Jaime Lannister, was staying through all 6 rounds of Swiss. So speaking of 6 rounds, we got lots more videos coming up, 2 from each round, so stay tuned for that. And many more coming in from the cut. We see 7-cost Cersei now in the hand of Kevin, the Lannister player. He has enough to get her in play. 5 gold in the Great Hall. And Underground Vault getting 2 gold there. Triggered after the Great Hall was triggered. Lannister player going first. Would be good to see Cersei out there not kneeling to attack. And it's going to be Cersei. Going to try to get some power with a dupe. Makes sense. Try to keep her around, even if a Varys happens. And also hit your opponent's hand. Get Tyrion generating that gold without him having to go in on the intrigue challenge. You can use him for some power stealthy business. Try to get some extra on a post. So looks like 7 gold to work with on the Night's Watch side. Let's see what he gets here. 1 for Attorney Grounds, which is back to reduce the cost of events by 1. We're going to see the 6 gold Varys hit the board here. No treacheries left. I believe they're all gone for the Lannister player, Kevin. So, and he has no gold right now, but he could get gold with Tyrion, so that's a possibility. But I guess Nightmares is still a possibility also. And 4 gold for a gold cloak straight up. Does not look like Brett is in a good position right now. 1 card left in hand. Now we got Dupe, Cersei, Mountain, and Tyrion ready to wreck shop here. Does not look good for the Night's Watch player.
Do you have any action?
I assume he's going to go for the hand here with Cersei. And intrigue with Cersei, triggering Tyrion, getting 2 gold. Cersei not kneeling to attack. Looking to get that card and get a power on her. Should be unopposed, unless it's Dolorous Ed. Or I guess Flea Bottom's there to bring someone into play. But it will go unopposed. Cersei gets the card. It is the Watch Has Need, I believe. And Cersei gets a power. So Kevin looks like he's in a good spot here. Opponent has an empty hand. Valor is used up so far. I mean, it could come back around. I'm not sure which round we're in here, but Kevin's got to push and speed this thing up. He's only sitting at 7 power right now. So is his opponent. It's a tie game, but he's got to go crazy here. But he can't go too aggressive. You got to watch out for his opponent just turning the tide back on him here. And I think we got a power stealthing Landsport Merchant.
Good thinking.
What was that, Alex?
Good thinking.
Yeah.
You'll get home at the same time anyway.
I know, that's the thing. I can sleep for another
It sounds like Toronto traffic on a Friday afternoon is the reason why Kyle Duncan's going to stick around and play the rest of Swiss. It's not because we wanted him to. It's because Toronto traffic sucks ass, especially going back to Hamilton. Especially on Friday. Everyone leaving the city. And that goes unopposed. Claiming a power, getting an unopposed power. And he goes aggressively in on the military challenge, not trying to defend against the Burnman. But the Burnman's going to block on the unopposed. Are we going to see a put to the sword? No, I don't think so. The Burnman will die and go back to the opponent's discard pile. And he pillages the Dornishman's wife, which is not going to do anything to the characters in play, and Renown for the Mountain. And I forgot to mention it, but Brett's playing with characters upside down. The reason why he's doing that is because those are the ones he's stolen from his opponent. I'm sure you guys figured that out already. But just in case anyone was confused why some of the characters are upside down, some weren't. And surprise, the Hound is back with the Flea Bottom. Looking to win a challenge, bring him back to hand. Gives him something to marshal next turn. He has trouble with his top deck. So the only thing left standing to defend is Cersei. She doesn't have enough to block the power challenge fully. So we got a military with the Hound. Unopposed. Hound's first reaction sends him back to hand. And Cersei's dupe will go away. And then a Lord's Porch or Landsport Merchant coming in for the power challenge. Cersei's going to fully block. And dominance should go to the Lannisters here, having 2 gold to 1, which he does. 5 power away, it looks like the Lannister player is. Nice Watch player only sitting at 7 power. Oh, the Lannister player is racing, not trying to hit his own Valor, I'm sure, if he's got it. So he needs to win before he does that. Or get some more dupes and iron mines and bodyguards out there, which we know he has all the above. But will he draw into them? He's going to discard a Seal the Hand and a Begging Brother for his low reserve. And of course, the Nice Watch player is under reserve. Looks like we're going into round 5 right now. So we have Annals of Castle Black played on the left and 2 Time of Plenty on the right. So the Nice Watch player looking to play events out of his discard pile. And if either of them play events that go to their discard pile this round, they will be removed from the game. And they're both going to draw 3 cards in the draw phase due to Time of Plenty. Very interesting. And we know the Nice Watch player's discard pile is seeded very well by plenty of events we've seen discarded from hand, played from hand, and he even used Wheels Within Wheels to throw one in there too. But are any of them enough to stop this shenanigans? Mutiny of Craster's Keep's going to be disgusting if we get to dominance. As long as he has some characters to sack in play. Dornishman's wife played from the discard pile here, using Turning Grounds to reduce it. He'll get 2 gold, gain a power, and draw a card. Just like that, because he's losing in power, he's losing characters on the board, he's losing cards in hand. Very nice play out of the discard pile. I like that Dornishman's wife when you're falling behind. And we get a second one played to be removed from the game, getting 2 gold, power, and drawing a card. That is pretty jam in there. I like that. And what else? What else are we going to have played here?
Could have sworn I was in there somewhere. Alright. Now we can...
And they go to draw phase here. So that was all in the plot phase. So 9 power now on the Nice Watch side. 11 on the Lannister side. And they're both going to look at each other's discards pile here. And Underground Vault going to get 2 gold, of course. Having 5 gold or higher across the other side on the plot, plus the Rose Road. And we're going to see those Guarding the Realms play to just pull guys out of the discard pile here. He's going to play Rose Road for his limited. So nice watch player going first here for marshalling. See what crazy shenanigans he can do here. And if Kevin drew into anything that he can use to seal the deal here quick. Another renowned body, maybe Jaime Lannister would be a good call. I don't think he's in the dead pile. I know Tywin's there with someone else from that Valor early in the game. Can't remember who it was, the other character. But I don't think it would have been Jaime if you set up Tywin. Did he get the God set up? I can't remember. Maybe he did. The Rose Road, the Tywin, and the Lannister Merchant probably. So we get Yoren to do some discard stealing shenanigans here. Begging Brother. And I believe he could put some gold on Begging Brother if he wants to. Can prevent the trigger from Cersei, Tyrion, or Mountain. They all have juicy triggers you want to cancel. Makes sense. Might as well put a couple gold on there. I'm sure Tyrion and Cersei's abilities are the more important to cancel right now. Stops Cersei from getting a power, stops Tyrion from getting extra gold to either win dominance or trigger shenanigans. Play shenanigans from the hand. So he's going to put a gold on him. At least one, I think. Maybe two on that Begging Brother there. Still has 6 gold to work with. A dupe on Yoren. And 3 gold played for a White Tree. Coming a little late here, I think, in the game, but choke nonetheless. It's going to happen right now. So we're going to leave Kevin with, I believe, 6 gold and a Great Hall to work with. And, yep, we see the White Tree triggered here. I don't know what he can do to answer that. He doesn't have the gold yet for Nightmares. Wouldn't have the gold yet for Treachery. We see Jaime Lannister in hand right now on the Lannister side. We see another copy of Cersei, so she'll get a dupe on her most likely this turn. Not sure what he could do here against that White Tree. Guys, let me know in the comments below if you know, or Kevin, if you're watching this, let me know what you were thinking there. Curious. I don't think he had any gold before collecting it. So yeah, White Tree's going to steal one. Yeah, it's not like you would have gold yet to marshal a newly made lord or anything before that. Oh, I see. The Iron Bank has its due or pays its due or whatever he had, actually. Could have triggered that to return a character and get gold. But he would have had to do that action before the White Tree, I guess. Yeah, he could have done that. So he puts Tyrion back in hand, gains 5 gold.
Your board was getting so huge that I had to battle my own side.
And yeah, the event leaves play, of course, because the Annals of Castle Black is out there. So we'll get 5 more gold from that Tyrion going back to hand. And you can't play Tyrion back out. But he's got something else he wants to do for sure. Which is Victarion. And a dupe. Help get some renown going. Cersei gets a dupe. Solidifying his board presence here. I mean, he likes Tyrion's stealth in his gold generation, but he wants some renown on the board to close this thing out. And Victarion's going to help him do that. Now Jaime Lannister with the dupe's going to help him do that. Look at that board. Wow. Can Brett stop Kevin from winning this turn? I think Kevin realizes he's got to win before dominance happens, or else we're going to have 3 mutinies across his keep going off. But that can be saved from that event, so those dupes are going to help. But the mountain's going to go away most likely. That will be the first target. And then he'll most likely target another character twice. I believe there's 3 in the discard pile. I could be wrong, though. And now we have an intrigue challenge with Yorin coming in for 2. No more tearing to get gold. Does Cersei block it on the defense? Are the cards in his hand that important? I don't think so.
I won't have 2 economies inside a game, and then I have to like flip one of them. And then I never redo another one.
I think he needs to leave Cersei. I think he needs to leave Cersei standing so he can do an intrigue back. I mean, he could use Jaime too, I guess. But you want Cersei. Oh yeah, Cersei can be triggered. Never mind. Cersei can be triggered when a card leaves hand anyway. She doesn't have to be in the challenge. So defense with Cersei makes sense. Blocks the unopposed. Keeps his hand nice and safe. Maybe he's sitting on a hand's judgment he wants to keep in hand.
You know that most 4 and 2s are making the cut. You will get good strength together, so stay focused.
Looks like Brett's debating a second challenge here.
Intimidate is only on offense, right? Yes.
So we see a flea bottom trigger here, paying the goal. He's going to pick his target. I don't know, maybe Kevin does have a treachery. I'm not sure. He picks the hound.
3 remaining, 2 cards in hand. 2 cards. Can I see the rest of your discard pile?
And Kevin's going to look through the discard pile here. He's looking at events, most likely, and other characters that can be played. And he's going to play a goal for the treachery. Oh, yeah, he has one in the discard pile. I'm an idiot. Handles Castle Black. Derp or derp. So he does treachery, gets removed from the game. So no flea bottom. Hound stays in the discard pile. It's like 2 cards left in each player's hand right now. And we have a power with the Lannister Merchant coming in. I don't think you block this, but it gets him a renown either way, and he doesn't lose a power. But I guess if he it depends if he wants to use that intimidate, I guess, on offense. And no defenders. Just checking to see if he'll lose the game this turn. But I don't think so. So 11 power now on the Night's Watch side. And 9 power on the Lannister side. And I think that is all 3 challenges. No, maybe not. Maybe he still has a military left to do. Yeah, he does. He could do it with the gold cloaks there for 3 strength. And I think Cersei's ability is going to be the cancel from the Begging Brother. And maybe that's why Kevin was debating not spending the gold on that treachery. Could cancel the Begging Brother's cancel. Cancel the cancel. This is a tight game here. The judge should be giving us our 5-minute warning soon if he didn't already. So it could go to a mod wins situation here depending on what happens. Over to Kevin for his challenges. He's got Jaime that can easily come in on a military. You might want to put maybe Victorion going in first there to do some kneel off the Intimidate. And making Jaime's challenge unopposed. Or both of his challenges unopposed, maybe. He's got a way to get 3 renown and maybe Cersei's trigger. He's got to try to get some more unopposed in there, too, to close this out and get that 6 power. and possibly win dominance if he can. But he's staring at an opponent who's saved 3 gold. So he's got to have at least 3 strength standing to stop his opponent from winning dominance. But if he wants to win, I think he's got to do it here. We're going to see some Mutiny at Craster's Keep shenanigans. That's going to set Kevin back here a bunch of power, and we might go to time, and Brett would win it, being in the lead. So we have a military coming in here, 15 with the mountain. So I'm sure he's got to block the unopposed with the gold cloaks. And that'll get 2 power off the renown on both characters. And then if Victirion comes in on the next challenge, being a power, he can claim 1 and get renown, which would be 2 more, and maybe unopposed if the Begging Brother doesn't block. And if he does, then that leaves, I guess, unless Dolorous Ed is a factor, it would leave it unopposed on the Intrigue challenge with Jamie coming in. And then there's also the possibility of dominance if he needs that. He may not do the challenge. I don't know, though. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Unopposed, though. Wow. So a 3 power gain here. Claim of 1. Yoren's dupe. Which is weird. I don't think he would do that. Maybe he's not sitting on a Last of Giants, and we get a pillage happening, getting a Turning Grounds in the discard pile, look like. And the 2 renowns. Lannister player Kevin is 3 away from winning here. Can he pull it out? Now the problem is he's not able to win the power challenge with Victirion. So now we have an Intrigue challenge coming in with Jamie. He needs him to kneel that Begging Brother. And if he doesn't, he gets to unopposed on that, and he's 2 away. Brett's just trying not to lose the game here before dominance so he can trigger his shenanigans. You see the players gathering around the table, and that's time. Alex just called time, the judge here, and this is the round, so they're going to finish it, and then we'll go to dominance unless Kevin can close it out. And it will go unopposed. Claim, trigger on Cersei. Begging Brother paying a gold to cancel that. And yeah, the power challenge can be fully blocked. And if he doesn't go on the challenge, dominance is won by Brett, it looks like. And dominance to Brett.
You're dominant. Okay. So dominance.
And Brett's sitting at 12. And Mutiny at Craster's Keep coming out of the discard pile. And hands judgment on that.
So what happens is 2 sacrifice.
And I'm sure he's going to do another one here. And Kevin realizes that, so he just calls the game. Since he knows that mountain will go away and he'll lose 4 power there and fall behind. And he just concedes and gives his opponent the full win like a classy gentleman to help his strength to schedule out. So congrats to Brett on that one. That was an interesting game. Very close. Looked like Kevin was going to come back there with his big dudes, his dupes and all that, but he could not close it out. Brett had enough shenanigans to slow him down. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Slap that like button if you like these Game of Thrones videos. Comment below. Feel free to do that always. Share these videos on social media. And if you want to support the channel, help offset the cost of everything I do here and want to see more videos, you can donate at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. You can also click that link in the description below to go there and donate, just like the awesome people you saw scroll by on the video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you in the next one.